Hello, everyone. I am praying everyone can hear me here. And sorry about the delay. I just want to welcome you to our class, Natural Remedies Uncut. And today we'll be going over the power of garlic. And we'll be discussing just many different ways that you can use garlic in your day-to-day activity, a food that you can find in your kitchen, that you can find at the grocery store, that you can grow in your garden. And I'll be showing you here how you can use garlic in many different ways today. If you can't hear me, just leave a 1 in the chat. Leave a 1 in the chat here. Make sure at this time that you can invite everyone, your friends, your family, maybe even your enemies to this live as we get live right now. I see that we have 3 people on right now. We had a slow start here, but I just pray that everything might run smoothly. So I'm just going to invite everyone right now, let everyone know that we are live. Also, you can do that right now. Let's take this time out to let everyone know that we are live. And also, if you've been liking what we've been doing right now so far, the Natural Remedies Uncut, just leave a like on this video so YouTube can let everyone know that this video is appreciated, and they will push out this video to more people in the algorithm so more people can learn about the information that we're sharing here today. So then what we're going to be doing here, as I said before, we are going to be talking about garlic, and we will be showing you all the benefits of garlic, the powerhouse, the superfood that a lot of people sometimes don't even know how to use in different types of situations and different types of illnesses. So then let us call on the Creator as we get into our class here for today. So dear Heavenly Father, Lord, thank you so much for all that you've done. Thank you for allowing us to have foods like garlic that we can use to be able to help with different illnesses that we may face. And I just pray that as we discuss the benefits of garlic, that you will bless someone out there that can use it in a way that can benefit them. This is my prayer in Jesus' name. Amen. All right. So now garlic here is a powerhouse. As I said before, garlic has a compound in there called allicin. And allicin in garlic makes it very powerful in conjunction with other phytochemicals that exist in the garlic as well. Now, when you think about garlic, garlic is a powerhouse that is anti almost everything. It's antimicrobial, so then you have your antifungal, antiviral, antibacterial, and it has many different benefits as we'll go throughout this class, and we'll take a look closer of the many different benefits of garlic. And if you want here, I'm going to be opening up the chat here on my phone. So this is live. For those who are watching afterwards, you can join us live here at 4 p.m. every Sunday for our Natural Remedies class here. But what I'm going to do here, I'm going to open up the chat, and I'm going to be looking at anyone here that have questions. You can feel free to leave it in the chat here. I will look throughout to make sure that I make everything clear and I clarify everything that we're doing here throughout our class here today. So then let us get straight into this here. So garlic for many different illnesses. What we're going to be discussing today, we'll be looking at garlic for high blood pressure, for cholesterol, for autoimmune diseases, infections, and all different various types of illnesses that we'll be looking at how garlic can be able to help you. And I wanted to just have a whole class on garlic because it is that powerful. Garlic is that powerful. So let's start off right now. So the first thing I want to start off with is for garlic. Let us talk about how garlic can help with infections. Garlic is, as I said before, antiviral, antifungal, and also antibacterial as well. So when you think about infections, all different types of infections, garlic is powerful to help with infection. So now the first one that I want to talk about here with garlic helping with infection, I want to talk about garlic for earache. So let's say you have a son or a daughter, a child, or you yourself, you have an earache and it just doesn't seem to subside no matter what you try. Sometimes the usual recommendation for that, if it's an infection, they'll give you some antibiotics. But at the same time, antibiotics can do damage in your body. So antibiotics may kill both the good and bad bacteria inside your body. So now the question is, what can I do to prevent myself from using some of those other conventional treatments? Well, one of those is garlic. And there are different ways that you can use garlic for an ear infection. So then the first way I'm going to show you how to use garlic for an ear infection is you can peel the skin here. So what I'm doing is I'm taking out the skin of the garlic. And as I take out the skin of the garlic here, just keep in mind that you do not want to open up the garlic or cut the garlic in any way with this remedy right here. Okay? So what you can do here, you can take this garlic and you can try to get sometimes even a smaller one. So like right here, we have a small piece of garlic here. And you peel this there. And then what you do is you can place this in the air. Place this in the air here like this. So someone has an ear infection, you place this in the air, and you can use something like, let's say, medical tape, and you tape over that garlic. And you leave that in the air overnight. You can also get something to wrap around. So you wrap around and you leave the garlic here in the air. Now, you do not want to cut this, as I said before. And if you do want to make it a little more potent and you want to cut the garlic, whatever, you can cut a little piece of the tip off. But just keep in mind, you want to glaze this here with some olive oil. You want to have some olive oil as a barrier because garlic can burn and blister. So just a little tip here and put some olive oil in there, olive oil around the edge too as well to make sure that it doesn't burn or sting that individual. So garlic works great with any individuals who has experienced an ear infection. So there is one lady, she said that a child was experiencing ear infection, and she said no matter what she tried, it's been about 2 weeks now, and she just can't seem to help that ear infection. So then what did we tell her? We didn't turn her away. We told her to use Fitful old garlic. Use some garlic, put it in the air, and leave it on overnight. So remember, she had tried all types of stuff. So then she put the garlic in the air of that child. And she came back the next day and she says, "Brother, wow, this thing works. The garlic works. The ear infection is gone." And for some people, as I said, as we mentioned before many times on our live streams, is that for some people, these things may not work immediately, right? But then what we do want to let you know is that you keep trying this night after night until the ear infection is gone, right? It may not work immediately the first night, but it probably will reduce it a certain extent, but you use it night after night, 2, 3, 4 nights, and this will help you. This has helped many people who have experienced ear infection to help them with the ear infection. Another way that you can use this for the same ear infection, you can take the same garlic. And what you would do here with garlic, I want you to make something called garlic oil. Garlic oil. So I'll show you how to make garlic oil here. You'll take the whole bulb of garlic here. What did I say? I said the whole bulb of garlic. So one of them is a clove. This is a clove, right? And this is the bulb. So you want to take the whole bulb, peel all the garlic, and then you would chop that garlic up. Just chop it up. Okay. And yes, chop up that garlic, like dice it. So I'm showing you here right now, this is some garlic here. So I chopped up some garlic here. And then you're going to put this inside of a jar. Okay? All right? And then what you would do is you would fill this jar up. You would use the whole bulb of garlic, chop up all the garlic, and chop up the garlic and put it inside of here. And then you would fill this jar up with some olive oil. You fill the jar up with some olive oil. And what you would do here is to cover that jar. And you would shake it up, shake up the garlic with the oil. And you put this inside of a cabinet, a dark cabinet, in a dark, cool place. Doesn't have to be a cabinet. You just put it in a dark, cool place. And then you let it sit. Let the garlic sit in that olive oil. And the olive oil is a carrier. So what you're really trying to do here is to extract the properties of the garlic so it sips into that oil a carrier, so the oil can be infused with garlic. So that's infused garlic that you're making here. So then you leave that garlic oil for a whole week, right? So obviously someone is having an ear infection. You can probably start using this like the first day, or you can use the garlic itself and put it in the air. But you can start using this the first day. But if you want to have some garlic oil on hand, just in case for future, something happens or you need it there, you never know what happens. You can make your garlic oil mixture. And then what you would do here is that you would, after for about 7 days, every evening, you would come in and then you just shake up that garlic oil. Just shake it up. Shake it up for about a minute. Shake up for a minute. And then you put it back into the dark cabinet, right? And the reason why you want to shake it up each day is because if you let it sit there and you don't shake it up, there's no movement and so forth, then it can probably spoil faster. You probably want to use a glass jar. You probably want to also sanitize that jar. So that way, when you sanitize the jar, you can boil it in some hot water for about 5 minutes. So you sterilize it. Or you pour some more hot water in it and let it sit there for some time so you can sterilize this jar. So that way, the stuff that you're using, it takes a longer time before it can spoil, right? So then you shake this up every day for 7 days. And on the 7th day, you can strain out that olive oil. And then the olive oil is what you want to use. You can use the garlic for something else, or you can throw out the garlic or put it as compost in your garden. But you just want to use the olive oil. And then when you have garlic oil, you can buy garlic oil, by the way, from some companies. We do sell garlic oil, but we don't have in stock right now. But that's something that we want to just check our website. For those who want to order stuff, you can always go to edenlifestyle.org and go to our store there. And you can get a lot of the stuff that we're talking about here. So you can get this stuff online. So what you want to do here is to use that garlic oil in the air. And if you buy that garlic oil, then you can buy it, or you make your garlic oil at home. And what you do here, you would take that garlic oil and you do about, a drop or two. You can even do like 3 drops. You can do it in each air. So you drop it in that air, like 2 drops in this air, and you let it sit for some time. And then you can probably put like a cotton ball or something in that air. And then you go to the other air and you put another, 2 drops, a drop or 2 drops in that other air. And you let it sit for some time as well. So this is how you would do here. This is what you would do, how we use the garlic oil for, like, let's say, an ear infection. So there's 2 ways you can use the garlic for ear infection. You can use the whole garlic itself, the garlic clove, or you can use the garlic oil. I've just showed you how to make garlic oil at home. So then, if you, like, let's say, for instance, you made that garlic oil. I have an ear infection. I use that for an ear infection, but what else can I use the garlic oil for? Well, there are many uses for the garlic oil. Well, first of all, you can even use it in your salad as a salad dressing. You can sprinkle it over your salad and put a little bit of agave in there and some lemon, and there you have it. You have like a lemon gret dressing. And garlic oil, the garlic has many benefits when you take that internally. And we're going to be talking about the benefits internally. So it's one way to add garlic to your food. And another way that you can use the garlic oil is, like, let's say someone has, athlete's foot, or they have some sort of, fungus that is growing on between the toes on the foot area. What you can do is you can take that garlic oil and you can rub it in to that infected area. So you rub it into the foot area that person is experiencing that fungus, that fungal growth on their foot area. So anywhere you have like some sort of fungus or virus or bacteria that is growing, garlic oil actually works great in those instances as well. So that's another way that you can use garlic. And anywhere in your body else that you have some type of fungus overgrowth, then garlic oil works great in that instance. Okay, so we showed you how you can use this there externally, show you how you can use this there also internally. You can take the garlic oil as you eat your food and so forth. Now, another thing that I want to talk about as well, because, have spent some time together so far, but I want to discuss taking garlic internally, what that can do for your body. Okay? So now, as I said before, garlic has a phytochemical in there, allicin, but also something to note about garlic is that garlic is what we call a blood thinner. So garlic is a blood thinner, and what a blood thinner actually means as it pertains to garlic is that garlic can help to thin out the blood. As a lot of you who have high blood pressure, you understand what that means because some of you are on blood thinning medications. And just discretion, any of the remedies that we use here today, consult with a medical professional. We are not medical professionals. If you want to know how you can take this in conjunction with your medicines, consult your medical professionals. User discretion is advised. So then, one of the things there, a lot of people take blood thinning medications, and garlic is a natural blood thinner. So then, one way to take the garlic internally to help to thin out the blood is to be able to eat it raw. So then you take, like, let's say the same way we chop the garlic here, we can chop, 2 of those cloves of garlic, and we can sprinkle that over our salad, and we can eat that up, and do that every single day to help to thin out the blood and lower blood pressure. Another way that you can use this here, as I said before, is the infused oil. So that olive oil infused with garlic, that is another way that you can take in the garlic, because that infused oil is very potent. You have a whole bulb of garlic inside of that oil that is infused in that oil, and you can sprinkle that over your salad, and you can eat that daily. And that can help with lowering blood pressure, that blood thinner as well. Remember that. Another way that you can use garlic too, as it pertains, like let's say in orally, you say, oh, I can't take it raw, or I don't like the taste of garlic. Then what you can do is take the same cloves of garlic, and you chop it up, like 2 cloves of garlic, and you can use some honey as well. You can mix that in with some honey, and you can take that as a spoon directly into your mouth, and you can eat that up with the raw honey and also that raw garlic as well. And that's a good way to take the garlic. If you don't like the taste, that can help you make it more palatable for you to be able to ingest that garlic and help your blood pressure. Now, another thing that garlic is probably great for as well is that garlic is great for also cholesterol and also for the heart. Now, some of the things that we understand here from garlic is that garlic makes your veins more elastic. So it brings out, because when you look at let's say your arteries, a lot of times individuals, the arteries are being clogged up or it's being damaged, right? So then let's say, for instance, your arteries are damaged. The arteries are damaged because we consume a lot of what we call processed foods. And the processed foods have something that will create something they're called free radicals and oxidative stress. And when you think about that oxidative stress, the free radicals going through your arteries, it damages your arterial walls. And when your arterial walls gets damaged, then what happens is that your cholesterol has to go in and patch the damage to your walls so your arterial walls can heal itself. And therefore, that can narrow your arteries, and that can cause buildup of cholesterol in your arterial walls. So then a lot of times, it's not only that you're consuming high cholesterol foods, but also your arteries is probably being damaged by the poor foods that you're eating, the foods that are high in free radicals and that causes oxidative stress in our arterial walls. The thing about garlic is garlic helps to make your arteries more elastic. So that way there is less damage that happens to your arterial walls, and therefore reducing the amount of cholesterol that has to go in and patch the damage that happens to your arterial walls, and therefore it can lower cholesterol. And so a lot of people have used garlic to help to lower the cholesterol. And garlic also, when you have a more elastic arteries and lower cholesterol, then that helps your heart. So garlic can actually help the heart as well. And there's so many things that garlic can help with, and garlic is just a power food, and this is how you can take garlic internally to help with so many different things as well. So then also there's 12 studies involving over 550 individuals with hypertension, And it revealed that the consumption of garlic led to a significant reduction in both the systolic and the diastolic blood pressure numbers. And on average, the systolic blood pressure dropped 8.3 millimeters of mercury, and also 5.5 with your diastolic as well. So this reduction was comparable to those achieved with conventional blood pressure medications. So they compared it to blood pressure medications, and they saw that it was on par with some of the conventional medications. So garlic is packed with compounds that has been demonstrated with the ability to relax blood vessels. So not only is a blood thinner, but also is a vasodilator. So that means it helps to relax your blood vessels. And therefore, it enhances blood circulation. And those can help in lowering your blood pressure. So garlic is one of the things that help tremendously to lower blood pressure. So then, this is how you can take garlic internally to help with your blood pressure, to help with your cholesterol, and also inadvertently, also indirectly as well, it helps with diabetes too, because diabetes is a circulatory issue. So then garlic works great for all of those things there and help your heart as well. It helps your heart. So then this is how you take garlic internally with the onion mixture that I gave here, and also the oil, the garlic infused oil. And also there's so many ways that you can take it with the honey, chopped up with honey, and so forth. All right, so now one of the things I want to cover as well, I want to get into garlic for blood pressure. So now we've mentioned garlic is a blood thinner, so that can help to lower blood pressure. Garlic is also a vasodilator. It helps to dilate your blood vessels with blood pressure. But another thing that I want to discuss here is how you can use garlic. Let's say, for instance, your blood pressure is too high. And someone is asking, how can I lower my blood pressure if my blood pressure is too high? This is not a permanent fix. This is temporary. If your blood pressure is too high, to help to lower it and bring it down. So this is what you can do here. You can take a whole bulb of garlic, right? The whole bulb of garlic, and you put that into a blender. Put that into a blender. You fill it up with about a quart of water, 32 ounces, and you blend it up. You emulsify it until it's all liquid. And then what you do is you strain it out. You can strain it out, and you would take something called a fleet enema. A fleet enema is normally 4.5 ounces. You can get it at your pharmacy, or some of your big box stores. You can get fleet enemas pretty easy nowadays, and you can also look online as well. So then what you do here, you take the whole bulb of garlic and you put that garlic water into the fleet enema, and you can lay down on your left side and you can squeeze all the liquid out from that enema, and you hold in that garlic liquid as long as you can. So this obviously is an enema. It goes into the rectal area, and you squeeze it out as much as you can. And then what you do here is you hold it. Garlic could be a little bit, like a little bit burning sensation that you can feel down there. But garlic, with this here, it can help to bring down your blood pressure. So you do that about 2 times. So you squeeze it up, you hold it as long as you can, you go to the toilet, you let go, you go back again, and you do it one more time, right? And then after about 1 hour, you'll check your blood pressure numbers. And we've done this with many people, and we've seen people's blood pressure drop anywhere from about 20, sometimes to even 60 points, just by doing this garlic fleet enema. And you would do this if your blood pressure is too high. Like let's say your blood pressure is like 180 over 120, and it's like an alarming rate, and you already, obviously you can call emergency, you can go to the doctor and so forth. We're not telling anyone to not do that. But at the same time, if you want to do something immediately that you can bring it down, then this is something that you can do that is quick, and you can help to bring down and regulate your blood pressure. And this goes down, it doesn't go down permanently. Keep in mind, you have to make some lifestyle changes. I talked about the free radicals that we eat. Highly processed foods have a lot of free radicals in them. So you want to eat a more whole grain, whole food diet, plant-based diet. a lot of high cholesterol foods, like in dairy and animal-based products. Those are high cholesterol foods. So those will bring up your cholesterol levels. Those will cause, resistance in your arteries and also narrowing of your arteries, which can cause high blood pressure. So you want to be able to eliminate those things from your diet, make some changes, but at the same time, this is what you can do temporarily if it's too high and you don't want to experience something like a heart attack or something horrible happening, to help to regulate your blood pressure in that instance. And you do this there, as I said before, an hour, 2 hours later, you can check your blood pressure, and usually it will help to bring it down. So this is not a lasting fix, but temporary. If someone is not able to do the fleet enema, or they're not responsive and so forth, like I said, we had people with dementia and have high blood pressure and so forth. What you can do here, you can take a garlic, the whole garlic, and you push the garlic up into the rectal area. You take the whole garlic, as I said before, you don't chop it up, whatever, but you push the whole garlic up into the rectal area and you leave it there overnight. And when it's time to go, you would poop it all out. It's not going to stay in. And this has worked with people that we have worked with who was, like dementia and so forth, to help to regulate the blood pressure. And this is something that we use that helps someone to help to lower the blood pressure as well. So there's two ways that you can use it. Now, with this garlic water that you use with your fleet enema, another thing that garlic can help with as well is parasites. So then, there's this gentleman that we were working with, right? He had lung cancer, and when we were working with him, he had constant diarrhea, right? So then, what we do, so what happened was, he was constipated at first, because he was taking some of those hard drugs like morphines and so forth. So we give him a substitute, Jamaican dogwood, as a pain reliever, and it actually helped him, so he weaned himself off of the morphines. And then when that happened, then he started getting diarrhea, and constantly he would just be going to the bathroom all the time. So then one of the things that we wanted to do for him was to realize, try to understand, where is this diarrhea coming from? So then we did all kinds of stuff to thicken up his stool and so forth, but it just didn't seem to work. And one of the understandings that we have is that also parasites can cause diarrhea. So then we're like, let's try this here. Let's try to use the garlic, because garlic is anti-parasitic as well. So it can help to kill those parasites, viruses, bacteria, whatever that is in the gut area. So then we used the fleet enema with the garlic water, and we did that fleet enema with him in the rectal area. And he held it in, as I said before, held it in as long as he can, and he let go in the toilet. And do you know, after this man did this fleet enema with the garlic water, no more diarrhea. No more diarrhea after that. So then this confirmed to us that he probably had some parasites in there, in his body. And garlic is great. You can do an enema, you can kill some of those parasites in the rectal area, but not only that here, but also internally as well. If you take garlic, as I said before, you can take 2 free cloves of garlic per day. That can actually help you to kill some of those parasites that you have in your system here. So then you can use the garlic to help to kill parasites. You can use it through the rectum, or you can take it orally, and that can help with killing some of those parasites too. So garlic is great for blood pressure. It's great for helping to kill parasites. It's great for infections, as I said before. But let's go back more into some of those infections here as well. And as I said before, if anyone who is joining in the chat, if you have any questions, anything to bring clarity, just let me know in the chat while I'm speaking. I'm just looking at the chat right now, so that way I can ask and clear up anything that you may have a misunderstanding about. Okay? So then, garlic is great for infections, but also infections that talk about, like, let's say with the flu or the cold and so forth. Garlic works great. And all different types of respiratory infections for that matter. If you have, like I say, bronchitis, pneumonia, garlic is such a great and powerful remedy to fight those as well. So then one of the things that we can use there for garlic is that garlic, you can use the garlic just by itself, the garlic with the honey, as I said before. So you can use 1 or 2 cloves of garlic, and you mix that in with some honey, let's say 2 tablespoons of honey, and you take that garlic directly, raw garlic with some honey, and you take that in, and that can help go into your body, and the garlic has that antiviral effect, and it can help to kill the viruses in your system, whatever type of virus it is. So garlic is powerful in that way, because some people have many different types of viruses. Like, well, what do I have? What if I have like COVID or this or that? Well, different types of viruses, you can use the garlic to help to kill those viruses in your system as well. So then you can use the garlic with the honey, powerful. And also something to mention as well, I just spoke about the garlic water that you made. With the garlic, the bulb of garlic and the water, just so I don't forget, I want to also mention that with the garlic water, you can take the same garlic water, you don't strain out the garlic, you put that into a pot and you boil that, right? You boil that garlic, and you basically what you're doing right now, you made a garlic tea. Okay? You just made some garlic tea, and you can take that garlic tea and you can drink that down to help blood pressure as well. So if you have high blood pressure, you want to bring down your blood pressure, and we've used this, as I said before, we have here a ministry, Eden Lifestyle, where we have this natural retreat. And in this natural retreat, we help people with all different types of health conditions. So we've helped people with blood pressure, diabetes, cancer, and so forth. But one of the most common diseases, or the top two we have, is blood pressure and diabetes. So we help a lot of people with blood pressure. And this is some of the remedies that we use with people that have blood pressure issues. So then what you would do here is you would take the garlic tea, and you can drink a cup of that. So about 6 to 8 ounces of that garlic tea, and you would drink that about 2 to 3 times a day to help with blood pressure, right? 2 to 3 times a day to help with blood pressure. Okay? So then this is what you can do here, as I said before, with blood pressure. So then what we're going to do here as well, we're going to be talking about garlic. So I'm going to be pulling up here a garlic remedy also for the flu or cold or respiratory issues. Also keep in mind, if you have candida, garlic is a great remedy as well to help candida. Okay? So then let's talk about garlic here. And once I pull this up here, I will also mention about garlic. So what we do here, we make a mixture for the garlic. So I'm going to give you a mixture here for garlic, using it as an immune boost. As an immune boost. Okay? So I'm pulling up this recipe here. Okay, so now this is what you do here, immune boost recipe. So this is going to have other stuff than garlic here. So first ingredient is 1 grapefruit. 1 grapefruit, 1 orange, 2 lemons, 3 cloves of garlic, half a large onion, and 3 drops of food grade peppermint oil. Okay, so again, 1 grapefruit, 1 orange, 2 lemons, 3 cloves of garlic, half a large onion, and 3 drops of food grade peppermint oil. And what you would do here with this garlic, with this drink, with this immune boost drink, when you're making it, you can take the grapefruit and you can peel the grapefruit skin, and you can just put it in the grapefruit. You can probably pull it apart or put it in whole into your blender. With the orange as well, you can peel the orange skin too as well. Now, for those who have a powerful blender, like let's say a Vitamix blender, we're not affiliated with Vitamix, but we love them. We've been using them for many years. It's a very powerful blender. If you have a Vitamix blender and you want to be able to, you say, I want to use the skin as well, feel free to do that. So what you would do is you can take that grapefruit, buy it organic, and then you can cut it up into pieces and just put it in the blender with the skin. You know, the rind of the skin has some very potent benefits as well. Also the seeds, grapefruit seed extract has a lot of benefits. So if you blend the whole seeds in there too as well, you're going to get some powerful benefits from that too. Okay, so this is what you can do. Get the orange and the grapefruit, the lemons. If you get it organic, you can be able to do that with the skin as well. Just keep in mind, it's going to be a little more potent and sour because the rind of the skin, you know how sour that can taste as well. But you can also just peel it and you can use it just like that. Put the grapefruit in there whole and the orange in there whole, the lemons, peel it, and you can squeeze out the lemon juice because that may be more difficult to peel the skin of that. And you just blend up everything inside of a blender. Blend up all the garlic, the onions, the grapefruit, the orange. Blend up everything inside of your blender. And then what you would do here, you would take that immune boost drink and you would drink about 2 to 3 ounces of that immune boost drink, especially when you're sick. If you're not sick, you can take like a tablespoon of that at a time. If you don't want to get some sickness, something is going around. If you want to make this more potent, like let's say you want to make your immune boost drink a little more potent, then you can put inside of there some oregano oil, or some people say oil of oregano. Oil of oregano oil has those antimicrobial properties. And also, for some people who get a flu or get a cold and you go to the doctor or to the hospital, one of the things that they will probably put you on is some antibiotics. Now, there's a study that they conducted with some oregano oil, and they give a drop of oregano oil and they did that with the antibiotics to compare the two, as it would kill, like, let's say, bacteria and so forth. So then they start giving less and less and less of each, dose of each. So the oregano oil and the antibiotics to see at what point, with the amount that they're dropping in, at what point it would stop killing bacteria. And when the antibiotics stopped working, the oregano oil continued working. And guess what? They couldn't get it to a point where it didn't kill bacteria with the dose from the oregano, oil of oregano. So you can do, about 2 or 3 drops of oregano oil inside of there, just to make it more potent and just to help boost your immune system even more powerfully. So garlic is powerful in that regard, in helping with being able to, with your condition here as well, with the respiratory issues. So this can work for the flu, for the cold, for bronchitis that I said before, for pneumonia, for all these various things there on your body as well. Now, there are many studies as it pertains to garlic and what garlic can actually do. Now, there's another study that I was looking at here, and it showed here how garlic can help athletes in their recovery much quicker. Because of garlic's effect on the heart too as well, it actually helps athletes enhance their performance. And do you know that a lot of athletes actually use garlic as a performance enhancement as they run and as they do different athletic sports? And garlic is very powerful in recovery. Also, garlic actually aids in muscle recovery. But garlic can also help prevent bone loss. So the effect of garlic oil extract on different primary and secondary osteoporotic marker changes were tested in a lot of people who, or even they did a test on rats first as a model for osteoporosis. And they found out that garlic was found to reduce osteoporosis in the mice. Supplementation with the oil extract of garlic could effectively reverse these changes. Also, low bone density that developed in the group of the mice, that is showed here that the supplementation with the garlic oil helped with osteoporosis. And garlic can help with bone loss. Garlic can help with recovery from athletes who constantly doing athletic games or who lift and so forth. You can actually, when I thought about it, when I was studying these things out, I was like, wow, garlic is so powerful that even the athletes can benefit from garlic and helps with muscle recovery and helps with so many different things here as well. So garlic is just that powerhouse that you can use in many different instances. So far we spoke about the garlic for infection here. We spoke about garlic for blood pressure. We spoke about garlic that helps with prevent bone loss. Also, garlic helps with athletes to recover and infections. So there's so many various ways that you can use garlic as well. Garlic is powerful for many different instances as well. Now, one thing that garlic can help with, which is kind of funny and might be comical to some, is garlic can help as a repellent for not people. It can be a repellent for people if your breath stinks like garlic. However, you can chew on some mint or something else, or take the oil, take it as a capsule as well. So those of you who are afraid that garlic will make your breath stink and so forth, you can take the capsule, garlic capsule. There's a company called Kyolic. I believe it's Kyloic. Kyolic. We've been using them for a little while, and they have those garlic capsules that you can take to help with blood pressure, to help thin the blood out and so forth. You can take those garlic capsules and actually make it more potent because they cure the garlic and so forth, and the potency of the garlic actually increases. So Kyolic is a good brand that you can get those garlic capsules, and you can take those garlic capsules if you don't want to consume or eat that garlic up and you don't want your breath to stink and so forth. So great hair that you can take those capsules. The capsules also will tell you on the bottle how often you should take it. Just follow the directions on the bottle and you can take those garlic capsules as well. We also have on our website, there's a formula that we have called Easy Circulation. And that Easy Circulation formula that we have helps to lower blood pressure. We created that formula to lower blood pressure. And one of the ingredients in that Easy Circulation formula that we have is garlic. So then you can go on our website, EdenLifestyle.org, and you can just be able to go to the store, our store, and then you can purchase our Easy Circulation there to help in lowering blood pressure. Easy Circulation to lower blood pressure. Now, another thing that I was talking about, taking the garlic, that it can help with, especially when you take this garlic, you can actually, you don't smell it, but sometimes the garlic can actually come through your pores, right? And one of the critters that don't like when you eat garlic are those mosquitoes. So you have mosquitoes that try to sting you or suck on your blood and so forth. Actually, garlic, if you eat garlic, a lot of garlic, then that is a natural repellent for mosquitoes. And I'm sure some of you probably didn't know that, or some of you didn't know that already. So if you want to be able to repel mosquitoes, you can consume some of the garlic, and that can actually be a natural repellent here as well. So as I said before, if you don't want to have that bad breath, then you can be able to take the garlic capsules, and you can take that every day to help with your blood pressure as well. So these are very powerful there. So any questions in the chat here? I just want to make sure people are following me. Someone say how to use it. How to use, what was I talking about here? Which one is that? How to use the capsules, or I'm not sure exactly what they're talking about. So another thing that garlic can help with too as well, as we look at garlic, sometimes you can have, like, let's say little things that rise up on your skin, like little keloids and so forth. This hair, I recommend that you be very careful with that, how you use this hair. But garlic can actually blister skin and so forth. So when you leave garlic on the skin, like let's say you have some sort of keloid, a little bit of keloid that's rising up in your skin hair, you can actually put the garlic over there, and garlic will actually begin to burn off that keloid hair. And then what you would do here, you can use olive oil for healing. So use the olive oil so that can heal properly without forming that extra keloid or scab over your skin area. So this is something that I say be very gentle with and careful with. Garlic, blisters, and that's the whole point. You want to blister that thing out and then you heal it properly. But just be very careful with this as well. Now, something to make the garlic more potent, I just talked about honey, consuming native honey. You can use Manuka honey. So instead of just a regular honey, Manuka honey has, more potent benefits. And one of the things that we use the Manuka honey for with the garlic is for, like, let's say infections on the skin. So like, let's say someone has a cut on their skin and it gets infected. Let's say gangrene, or someone, we've used this with someone, they had tumors on their breast and it started to ooze out and it got infected because it was making some sores. And what we did was we made a garlic mixture. So we chop up very finely some garlic, and we mix it in with some manuka honey. And then you just place that as a plaster. So we place, my wife, performing this here, place it as a plaster over the infection, the staph infection that she had on the breast, to be able to kill that staph infection. Someone has maybe a staph infection in their feet, their foot and so forth. If someone have diabetes and they have like gangrene and so forth, you can mix that garlic with that manuka honey, and you can place that over any infected area that someone has, and that can help to kill that infection over that area. So as I said before, you chop up the garlic very finely, you mix it in with some manuka honey, enough to make a paste, and you just mix it in, you make a paste of that, and enough so that you can apply over a certain area. You don't have to make a whole lot if it's just a small area, but you can make for a few days and so forth, and you place that over the infected area, and that can help to kill off that infection. We had a lady here who had her breast was like becoming like hard, and you can see here that it was kind of like dying, and she had the sores all over, and we know that she had some sort of infection, staph infection and so forth. So we started to apply the garlic and the manuka honey mixture over her breast area. My wife was applying that, and you can see her breast started to become more supple, and it started to get life back in there, and it started to get red and so forth, and we were able to kill that infection. We've used this a few times with people, like let's say who have an open wound that is infected, and we put that over that area, and that can actually help to kill off that infection. So, there's many different ways to use this there, but as I mentioned before, manuka honey is one of those more potent honeys. It has more antimicrobial properties in there that is very powerful as a healer. So if you want to make it more potent, yes, regular honey can work great. I don't want you to think that if you don't have manuka honey, you can't do it at all. You can use whatever you have, use the honey that you have. If you want to make it more potent, then you use that manuka honey. And just keep in mind that it's probably a little more expensive. Well, not a little more, but it's probably a lot more expensive. Because you can get a small bottle sometimes for $20, $30. But at the same time, I have seen manuka honey really at really good prices. I've seen them at Walmart before, really good price, and also I've seen them a lot in like the Burlingtons, and also Marshalls, I believe. And you go into the section there, they have like a few natural products like Himalayan pink salt and so forth in a section area there. And I've seen it before where you have like those bottles for like, let's say $14, $15, which is a pretty good price for manuka honey. So you can try those stores to see if you can get a hold of the manuka honey here as well. Also online, great bet. You can look for all those deals online to try to get some of those things there as well. So then I am going to also mention another remedy for garlic, and this will probably be our last remedy here for today with the garlic. So what you would do here, let's say sometimes you have a tooth infection, right? We're talking about infections. Garlic can help infections all over your body. As you can tell by the trend, infections all over. Let's say you have a tooth infection and your teeth are hurting and you want to be able to kill that tooth infection. All you can do here is to take that clove of garlic. You peel the skin off of the garlic. And remember, you don't want to cut it because it can blister. You don't want to blister your mouth. And what you would do here, you can take that clove of garlic. You can even take two of them and put it on either side of your mouth. Beside your teeth, between your teeth and your cheeks. You put it on one side, you put another one on the other side, and you leave it in there for as long as you can. So do it probably after you eat, so that way you won't be eating for a while, and you leave that in your mouth and you let it stay there for at least 4 hours if you can. You might find it maybe a little more difficult to talk and so forth, maybe talk less, but you leave that inside of there, and that can help with killing the infection that is in your mouth area. Okay? So then, as I said before, you take this clove of garlic, you can take two of them to make it more potent and put it on either side of your mouth, and you just leave it inside your mouth for extended period of time, for like, let's say 3 to 4 hours. You can do 2 hours if that's all you can do, and you leave it in there, and the garlic can help to kill that infection that is in your mouth area as well. So this is what you can do here. Garlic for infection in your mouth. Talked about garlic infection for your foot. Talk about infection for inside your body, in your lung area, and just infections everywhere. So just become creative with the garlic, because you know here that garlic can help infection. So just think about all the different infections that you can have. You know, some people have infections on the nails. You can put it on your fingernails. Some people have infection on the skin, like open wounds. You can put it on the skin in the open wounds, and just so many different areas where you can apply garlic for infection. If you have any questions at all in the chat, just let me know here as we're about to end very soon. Anything that I've spoken about, I haven't covered with garlic, and you have any questions, just feel free to leave it in the chat here. If you have been blessed so far, just leave a 1 in the chat. Let me know that you're actually listening and you're being blessed. Also, something very simple that you can do that is free. You can just like this video. I want everyone to just like the video, and that's just going to help to recommend this to YouTube, so other people can know that this video is actually good and they got a lot of information from there that they can use in their life, and it recommends this video to more people the more you like it. So leave a like, leave a comment, so that way YouTube can recommend this video to many more people that can be blessed by this free information that we give in here on our Natural Remedies Uncut segment. So then I would just leave you with this here. You know, garlic powerhouse. You know, every year we have this new fad of superfood that comes out, and garlic is just, it's a superfood. It helps, and the way I define a superfood is that it helps, one food can help in so many different directions. And that's why I titled this, or we had a class just on garlic only, because there is a plethora of ways that you can use garlic. And as I mentioned here today, I mentioned so many different ways that you can use garlic as well to help with your ailments and what you're going through right now. So garlic, incorporate it in your day-to-day diet, cook it in your food, you make some garlic oil, and just always have some garlic oil or something on hand, because garlic is just free. It's not free, but it's cheap, and it's just a powerhouse. Garlic is available in probably every country that you can think of, and it's a very powerful food that you can use on your day-to-day basis there. So this is the end of our class here. As I said before, if anyone wants to be able to purchase any of the things that I mentioned during this time here and you want to support us, you can just feel free to go to edenlifestyle.org, edenlifestyle.org, and you can be able to go to the store there and purchase our easy circulation, our food to lower blood pressure. If you also want to go to learn more about our center, you can also go to Eden Lifestyle Home, edenlifestylehome.org, and you can sign up to learn more about our health sessions, to come here at our facility where you can come for 1 week or 2 weeks, and you can help to reverse your illness. So just feel free to visit our websites and so forth. So someone asked in the chat, if you have blood pressure, cholesterol, and high sugar, do you recommend a cleansing first for at least 90 days before considering to take the garlic remedies? So I would say this here, you can use garlic in conjunction with cleansing. So we do have a cleanser that people have been doing for the past like 2 weeks now. If you want to get a hold of this cleanse that everyone is on right now, the Total Body Reset Workshop, you can go into the description of this video, especially when this video ends, and you can be able to sign up for this workshop, a cleanse workshop. If anyone want to do a cleanse, I recommend that everyone do a cleanse. If you've never done a cleanse before, do a cleanse. If you have high blood pressure, yes, do a cleanse. But however, what I want you to notice as well is you can also take this garlic in conjunction. You don't have to do 90 days for a cleanse. That's a pretty long time. But then what you can do here is you can do a cleanse. We have a 30-day cleanse that people do. That's pretty good to do a cleanse, and you can learn some more. In this cleanse workshop that we have an ebook for juices, Juice for Health ebook. We also have our Eden guide. So that's our meal plan guide and recipes. And also we have our cleanse guide booklet that we have here that comes with the cleanse as well. And we walk you through how to do those cleanses step by step. So you can take garlic in conjunction with doing a cleanse. So there's no, you don't have to wait to take garlic. Garlic doesn't cause any harm to your body. Doesn't hurt you. You can cook it with your food. People have been cooking it for centuries in their food, and it's not like something that has much side effects. it does have stinky breath. That's a side effect there as well. And also if you have any stomach issues, you might feel a little sensation there. So that's just something just to keep in mind here. But we're going to end here with our class for today. Someone says, how long does a thorough cleanse take for an average person? I would say here, if you're doing like juice cleansing, I would say do 7 days for juice cleansing. The cleanse that we have our 30-day cleanse. That's pretty good, because the reason why we have a 30-day cleanse is because it's separated into different parts. We have a parasite cleanse in the first 10 days. Then we have liver and also colon cleanse. Then we have also kidney and a purifier. So that's 5 different cleanses. And I advise anyone who have never done a cleanse before, haven't cleansed out the body, to do it separately. They do have these cleanses, all-in-one cleanses. And I would say it's not effective if you're taking one cleanse for all different parts of your body. There are different herbs that help different parts of the body. The different proportions that make it more potent. So then doing the cleanses. And I know that there are some people who are on the workshop right now. If anyone has a link, you can post it in the chat here. I can't really get, as I'm in the class trying to do all the things at once. So then you can actually sign up in the description of this video, as I said before. You can click, there's a link right there. You can purchase that cleanse and be a part of that workshop. It's not just the cleanse only, but it's a workshop. So it has ebooks together with that. So then this is basically we're going to end today. Our time is fast spent. I enjoyed spending time with you guys today. If you have enjoyed spending time with me as well, just leave a 1 in the chat here. Let me know how you feel. Let me know how you guys are. Also, if you're using any of the remedies that we've been mentioning throughout the weeks, let us know what you've been doing. We read the comments on YouTube, and we go through the comments, and we reply, and we look at the comments that you have and so forth. So I always love to just call on our Creator. He's the one who can actually bring about healing. We say all the time, we don't have healing in and of itself. There's no healing in those herbal stuff, but God is the one that actually brings the healing. He places the healing properties in there, but He's the one that activates it and allows it to do its job that it's supposed to do. Let us pray. Heavenly Father, thank you so much for placing in nature phytochemicals that can help all different types of diseases. And Lord, we haven't even begun to scratch the surface on all the chemicals and the phytochemicals that is in those foods that helps with different types of illnesses, dear Lord. And I thank you so much for providing that for us, and help us to gain the knowledge and the intelligence on how to use those things. And as we use it, help us to experience healing in our lives today, is my prayer in Jesus' name. Amen. All right, so we look forward to seeing you guys next week, Sunday, at this time as well. Sunday at 4 o'clock. Every Sunday we have our Natural Remedies and Cuts segment. We also want to surprise you guys with some cooking classes, so stay tuned. Cooking classes are coming very soon, and we'll be showing you how to make some delicious plant-based meals that actually help to reverse disease. You don't have to feel guilty about. So see you guys next week.